In RPA, the contrast between low-code and high-code initiatives is much more than just differences on development and management, but also in analytics. While usually low-code RPA platforms provide powerful solutions out of the box ready to use, high-code initiatives demand a deliberate approach to establish effective analytic solutions. And KPIs analytics are of high importance in RPA operations, essential for evaluating effectiveness, efficiency, and ROI, empowering strategic decisions and continuous enhancement by delivering key insights for process optimization and finding areas of improvement. Fortunately, for high-code RP initiatives, there's a solution: BotCity Insights. This platform delivers critical operational information and insights essential for assessing the health of your RPA operations. It's a great tool for understanding your automation's performance and finding areas of improvement. The platform provides dashboards that shows detailed information on automations, tasks, errors, and runners, which are the agents that execute automations. Also, it provides an API so we can consume the data on other tools like Power BI, so we are able to build custom visualizations on top of the data of BotCity Insights. I'm Marcelo and be welcome to my channel. So now that we got this brief introduction, let's explore BotCity Insights. So to access BotCity Insights, first we have to log in into our BotCity account. And by the way, if you don't know about BotCity, I recommend to watch a tutorial that will appear now here on the top, which is a complete tutorial on RPA with Python and BotCity. So after doing the login on BotCity, by default it will be on BotCity Orchestrator, and from there let's open the sidebar, and here we can find Insights. If you are using a community, a free account, Insights will not be available because its focus is on enterprises where it's running many automations. However, if you want to try BotCity Insights, you can request a free trial for 30 days and from there request access to BotCity Insights. And here we are on BotCity Insights, and by default it opens on the Getting Started page, which is basically a guide with some tips on BotCity Insights. Now presenting briefly each BotCity Insights section. On dashboard we can find many indicators on different areas such as financial, automations, and tasks. On data input, we can provide inputs to enrich metrics focused on savings, ROI, and FTEs. On runners data, we can find metrics focused on the runners, which are the software component, the agents that execute automations. At reports, we can see the raw data which is used to build indicators, the metrics that we can see on dashboard and runners data page. And at integrations, we can find details about how to integrate BotCity Insights and consume the data from it on other tools such as Power BI. Now let's take a closer look to each BotCity Insights section. So let's get started by dashboard. And so here we can find different KPIs on different areas, and just a disclaimer, this is a demo environment, so the data that we are seeing here is not real, it's just from a demo environment. So on financial we can see metrics on ROI, total savings, and FTE. Also here RPA initiatives, so here we can see the evolution of RPA each initiative over time, so we can see when it has started and when it started to grow. So here on October 23 we can see here the growth on the runners and also on the automations across time and also on the number of tasks processed. And here we can see the total automations and total items processed. So these are the tasks processed by the automations. Also nice feature here, we can drill down on the metrics and see details about them. So for example, on total items processed, we can click here on go to last tasks and see more details on that. So here we can see basically details on tasks that are feeding this indicator. Now going back, also here below we can see metrics on automation efficiency. So here we can see the success and error rate. This is on the tasks. and also total items failed and the items failed per automation. So here we can see the automation that has more tasks failed, which is the supplier homologation. And now more below, we can see metrics on runners, such as runners utilization. Here we can see the utilization on weekdays, and also here on the right, the uptime and downtime rate. Also worth mention, here we can use the start date and end date filter to filter the indicators to show the values, the data from a specific date range. Now here on data input, we can provide inputs to enrich, as it says here, RPA indicators, measuring savings, FTEs, and ROI. So clicking here on finance, on go to source, and here we can see automations, and some of them already have the inputs on human time per item. This is the time that the human takes to process item, which is processed here by the automation. Then human cost per item, so the amount, that's so the human cost to process each item. And here investment ID is to provide the investment for the automation project from end to end, from the beginning until the end. And so we have here two automations already with inputs, and also there is some here without the input. So here we can provide input by clicking here and provide the input. And so by providing input to all automations, we'll get more accurate indicators on the savings, FTEs, and ROI. Then here, runners data. And here we can find specifically metrics about runners, such as total runners that we have on our infrastructure, utilization against capacity by runner. So for example, here we can see the demo-runner-01 is the runner most used with 10% of utilization. However, still with a lot of idle time availability. And also we can see here, these three runners doesn't have any usage, doesn't have any utilization. So this is useful, for example, to know if we have runners that aren't doing anything for a long time. So probably that means that we can turn off these runners and save on infrastructure costs. Also here below we can see the task processed by runner. So we can see this one is the one that processed more tasks, items by runner, and items failed by runner. So this is also very useful. So if we see a very high discrepancy between the items failed from a runner against other, probably that can mean some infrastructure problem on the specific runners, such as low memory, low resources available, and probably needing an upgrade. So these kind of metrics are very useful to be aware on these kind of things. Then at reports, it's all about the raw data, which is used to build the metrics that we have seen on dashboard and runners data. So for example, if we go here on runners, we can see basically the runners available on our infrastructure and also details on them. If we go back and go to automations, we can see details on automations that we have deployed. And so this is all about the raw data, which is used to build indicators that we have seen before. And then at integrations, you can find guides with instructions that shows how to consume the data from BotCity Insights on other tools such as Power BI, which we'll learn now here on the tutorial. So let's open Power BI. And now let's just follow the guide that will help us with the instructions. So let's open here the Power BI documentation. So the first step is to authenticate on the BotCity Insights API on Power BI, so then we can consume the data. So first we have to go to get data and blank query as it says here. So let's do it. So here get data and then click on blank query. And now as it says here, we have to open the advanced editor. So let's do it. And now here we have to paste the query. So what will perform the authentication to the BotCity Insights API. So basically we can see here the snippet which basically has the code to authenticate on the BotCity Insights API. So let's copy this and paste it here. And now, very important, we have here to provide our login and key, which we can find on the developer environment And where it is, the developer environment, we can find it on BotCity Orchestrator below here, dev environment. So let's open this page. And here you can see the login and the key. So let's copy them and paste on Power BI here. Now let's get the key and paste it. And now let's press done. And now let's try to run this query to see if it works. So let's click here on invoke. And here you can see that basically we got an output, which is basically the token to be used to authenticate the API calls to BotCity Insights. So it's working fine. So let's just rename here the query to login. So now that we are able to authenticate to the BotCity Insights API, we can consume data from it. So here we can see endpoints to get different data. So data on tasks, runners, or automation. So let's try to consume data about tasks. So first, let's just copy here the token that we got because we'll need it to authenticate the data consumption. So where we will call the BotCity Insights API. And now to consume the data, let's click here on new source and click on web. And now let's click on advanced. And so here, basically, first let's add just these two headers, the token and organization, which is needed to authenticate basically the API call. So here token, let's paste the token that we got from the query. And then here, organization. So this is basically the login field that we can find on the developer environment. Now here, URL part. So first will be the base URL of BotCity. So this one. So let's paste it here. And now let's paste the API endpoint part. So we can find it here. So let's do the one for tasks. So now let's press OK and let's click on connect. And as we can see, we are now consuming data from BotCity's API, specifically about tasks. So here we can see a lot of data on tasks from BotCity Insights. Now we can also improve here a thing as is explained on the documentation, which is make a Power BI request dynamic. So basically we have provided the token to authenticate hard-coded. However, we can basically invoke the query, so we pass the authentication token dynamically. So for that, we just need to go on the query to the advanced editor. So here on tasks, let's click on advanced editor. And here, where we are providing the hard-coded token, let's call for the query that we have created to authenticate and retrieve the token to authenticate on BotCity Insights API. So now let's click on done. And let's just see if it's working well. So let's just refresh here. And yeah, it seems it's working fine. So now we are providing the authentication token dynamically here on this query. And that's it for this tutorial. So we got started by understanding the importance of KPIs on RPA operations and then explored BotCity Insights and its different sections such as dashboards, runners data, and data input. And also we have learned in last how to consume the data from BotCity Insights on Power BI. So that's all for this tutorial, and if you liked it, please give a thumbs up, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel and enable notifications bell so you don't miss any tutorial released here on the channel.